Alright, well, I got a video for you guys today. So, years ago, back in 1967, they outlawed script being used as a form of wage in the United States. Reason why is because anyone who worked in a coal mine or lumber industry or silver or gold or the ports were paid in it. So when you got paid, you got this. Now this is from McDowell, Kentucky. But notice that it has a punch mark. And what that punch mark meant is that it was used in the company store to get your goods and services, whatever it was needed. You know, you need to go to the hospital, you use this. You needed butter or cream, you use this. Flour, bacon, there you go. Now, this one right here is $1. This one right here is 5 cents. Now, Dayton, Ohio, there was a manufacturer there that produced millions of these for the industry. And from the research that I did, I found out the reason why they got rid of it was because of two reasons. One, when you had this currency, script, token, whatever you want to call it, it's a closed loop system of currency. Meaning, when you worked in the coal town and you went to the company store, this money stayed there. If you went out to a different state or county, it was worthless. Think of it like Chuck E. Cheese. Once you get your tokens and you drive home, well, it's not worth anything. It's just worth something to that place. That's it. That's what this did. However, they also did something else. That punch mark is basically an expiration date. So when you gave it to the store clerk, they would put a punch mark on it. When they would put this punch mark on it, then you couldn't use it anymore. You couldn't give it to your buddy, that same day, say, hey, you got a couple extra gallons of milk in there. Why don't you grab yourself a gallon? You couldn't do that. The other thing too is some places I did research on also had expiration dates based on the week. So they change them weekly. The other thing too is once you were in this system, you were locked in this system. You ain't getting out. So in other words, if you owed the company store debt because you didn't have no money, they would just tack it on your paycheck and then you'd be working that off. And then it would snowball because that's worth nothing. So they could set the rate. They could say, hey, that extra loaf of bread you needed, well, that's going to cost you another 2 hours worth of work or something like that. Or 16 hours, whatever they deem the value of that item is you took on credit. The other thing too is when you were in this system and you wanted to use U.S. currency, you could get it, but it might take between a quarter to 50% of your paycheck just to get U.S. currency, because this is determined whatever the coal mine says it's worth. And it ain't worth much for them either. So when you were in this system, and let's say you wanted to change a job, well, you don't own that place. The company owns it. You're basically renting. So you ain't taking that with you. You ain't selling that. You're basically walking out with either the clothes on your back if the store don't own those, or you're driving with the vehicle that you have if the store doesn't own that either. So this is a very scary system. And the only reason why it was illegal in the United States as a form of payment as wages was because of one reason only. The government was getting cheated on taxes from these companies. And they weren't actually saying how many hours people worked, how much profits they were turning. So they outlawed it. Now there's still a form of that today in the United States. Credit cards is a form of script. But the best one I found doing research on this is this. Farmers market currency. This is the best part here, I thought. So this form of currency is still alive and well in some parts of the United States and elsewhere, because this one's from Great Britain right here. You see the pound right there. So what does this mean? This means this form of payment system is still alive and well. And stepping into the future, blockchain technology, you better bet it's going to get exciting to where you got to work 60 hours just to get this. Oh yeah. Or you got to work 80. Got to pay your rent. Because I can see in the future where they'll take your income and they'll take your living expenses and they'll tack them together and they'll say, well, you got to work this long just to pay this off. So get back to work. Now, the other thing, too, is with Walmart, invisible barcode readers, which I did a whole video on that. I'll put that in the link somewhere up here or there. Somewhere. It'll be there. That, hey, they'll just raise the price when they know it's payday to get that money back, and then shoot it right back down when it ain't. You know, they know when the EBT guys are all coming out, and gals, they'll just jack up the price for that. And then when they know they're out of money, right back down. The other one, too, is Amazon. Now, you know Amazon, they have the Amazon Go. Don't think those workers out there, they got a sweet little deal going on because they work out there. Well, so that's all I got for now, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the echoes of history are really knocking on our doors. And if we're not too careful, we could go right back to this. And when we do that, it's going to be a sad day in America again, and the rest of the world for that matter. So just be careful what you guys wish for about this new technology. You might just get it. You might not like it. Alright, that's all I got for now. So if you guys like this content, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button if you would. Please don't forget to tap that notification bell. That way the algorithm knows you like this content. Alright, later.